Another concern I have is I think because of there's so many people applying for H-1Bs, we're competing against Google and Microsoft and all those guys. And from my understanding, what I've researched and heard on the news, because there's so many, they're putting a cap on this now.
Correct.
And it might result to a lottery system. It's rumors. Could you just tell me a bit more?
Well, there is a lottery system. Think about it. There's 65,000 visas. We only have, every year there's like 190,000 people applying for this thing. So there is a lottery. It's like you're basically 1 to 3 chances.
Wow.
Right. But if you don't try it, and most people don't even have that job offer that you have, right? I mean, people come to my office and they say, well, how do I get an H-1B visa? The first question I ask them is, do you have a job offer? And they say, we don't. And I say, well, go back and look for a job. You have one.
I'm still not fully convinced that this can take place, this can happen. It's not a doubt in his team, but it's more of doubt in the process, because of we have the time crunch, we have to overcome my limitations on my resume.
It's always a challenge when they don't have education and a degree for an H-1B visa, which is a work visa. And I think that what I like about him is the fact that he has a very good experience. His background is kind of progressive. He's getting he had a lot of good jobs but it's a challenge. I mean, those cases are hard. I mean, I've seen a lot of attorneys who fail in those cases. It's just that for me, I love a challenge. I love a challenge. It's going to be a battle. We have 27 days now before the deadline. We don't have much time. We have to get education evaluation. We have to get all these documents from Trinidad. Some of these previous employers are no longer in business. I mean, this is going to be a war. I mean, I'm going to have 6 people working on this thing. I'm going to get this is going to be like late nights, getting down, rewriting the letters. This is exciting. That's why I love it. This is what I do. I mean, I think we're going to make it work. Savar Sador is they have one of those clients that they come to you once in a lifetime. They met them first time. They came after a bad attorney messed up their file. There was some urgency in the matter to file their business cases. We're talking about an L visa.
Our company required to bring at least 3 to 4 top management executives from overseas, from Russia, Kyrgyzstan.
This is a company that is coming from overseas to come to the US to set up an office. And I met these 2 guys, desperate, trying to get that first visa done. And we had to kind of come together, do it fast.
He was like a mentor during the whole process and it wasn't an easy job.
But during that process, you learn and you connect with the client on a higher, deeper level. And that's really what happened when I met Savar and Sardor, the 2 brothers that were the foundation of this company, Sleeping Beyond, in the US for years to come. And
I remember we received a call from the parents saying, well, you guys are about to get your bachelor's and what's the next step? And we were lost. I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe hopefully we get hired by a company or corporate America. I just work in tall rise buildings or anything to continue our stay here. And the mother and the father, they were smart enough saying, why don't you just expand our business in America?
Я знал, что это хорошая идея, чтобы наши дети после школы продолжали наш бизнес за рубежом, именно в Америке.
Мы им верили.
Today we're top 3 best wool bedding brands in the US.
The food industry is into organic, green, healthy, and we are one of the top producers of that for linens. In fact, our business comes from one of these little dudes. Our very first sheep that we bought was named Coco. And it was mainly for educational purposes because we were asked where the actual fiber grows on. Is it a tree or it's on the ground? So we actually had to show people that it comes from sheep.
After fighting this first case, a friendship started and we became, it evolved over the years. Now we know each other almost more than 7 years. And it's one of those moments where you know that they're going to be more than just clients.
Me and my brother are now going to have test for citizenship coming up very soon, and this is one of the reasons we're here today to see Jacob. Always there's something to mentor us, things to say, things not to do. And it's very exciting times in our personal life and the business.
Since you come from a communist country, that's important to know that they may ask you, have you ever been a communist? And so that could be an issue, so that you may have to sign a waiver. But I think you're not a communist. So
Liberal.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, I think you're on a good path. That's it. What are you going to do the first thing when you become a U.S. citizen?
We'll celebrate, right?
Yeah?
We'll go to TGH.
Yeah.
Which is, I think we all deserve a nice celebration.
Yeah.
Maybe take a break, breathe.
What is the passport mean to you? I've always liked to ask that question too. The American passport. Yeah.
I guess peace of mind.
Yeah.
Peace of mind, and that you have a strong country behind you.
Yeah.
You have rights.
Stability.
Stability, right?
Stability, exactly.
Opportunity.
Yeah. Nobody can do anything to you anymore. It's like this is the place.
Yeah.
I think you're ready. We went through everything. I think I'll be waiting to hear from you after the test. Make sure to stay calm, relaxed. If you don't understand anything, ask the officer, and just give me a call after the interview. I wanna just wanna make it happen.
Yeah.
I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for coming by.
Good seeing you, Jacob.
All right.
As always.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
See you soon.
See you soon.
All right, Sudar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
How's your coffee shop? You
good,
own a
it's
coffee
good.
shop. You never
Sure,
like
yeah,
invite us or
yeah,
anything. Like, hey,
yeah.
come down for a coffee.
You know what? Once he passes the test, we'll go. How about
That's
that?
where we'll celebrate.
Okay,
Mix
we'll
it up
do
with
it.
some alcohol.
Exactly. Once he passes, we'll go. On the next episode of Being an Immigration Lawyer.